Hi, this is Danny Dowd with the Iowa Department of Public Health. This video is intended to instruct users of the State Trauma Registry on how to create new users in your registry. So the first thing we'll do here is log in. Once you get to the dashboard, we're going to use this Users tab. So in here, you can see we already have a couple of users. This is just our demo facility. So this is the account I just logged in with. And if you have permissions for it, you can actually edit your own information on here. But you can also edit other users. Again, this is only if you have the administrator permissions, but most users are set up as a hospital administrator. So you can reset passwords for other people. You just click on update password, type in the new thing, let them know what it is, make sure they're not suspended and that they're active. But if you want to create a new user, you click on add user in the top right there. I'll actually go back, I did that kind of fast. So up here in the top right, add user. And then you just need to fill out the fields that have the asterisk next to them. So you don't need to do any of that stuff. I usually select the state as well. And then you need to put in an email address. And then you just put in their password. And you need to make sure that that you either email the password to the person, write it down, whatever, because uh, they only have so many attempts before it locks them out, and they also need to log in with their new account on the same day that their password is set. Otherwise, you need to set a new password. So let's just say, and it actually makes you kind of do unique passwords. So I will do that real quick, make sure they match. Then for the permission group, you should usually do hospital administrators. If it's someone who is going to be adding incidents or editing incidents, anything like that, they need to be a hospital administrator. Hospital staff can usually do that stuff too, but usually you're going to want to set them up as an administrator. The peer review committee is the default group when you create a new user, and they can't do very much. So set them as a hospital administrator. The rest of the stuff you don't really need to worry about. And then we'll click Save. Okay, so we've got this user created. Now we can click on back, or I'll just click on this Users tab again, and you can see that they're there now. I'm going to click on this notepad, and now we can see, first of all, their user permissions. So it shows the different things that they can do. If you set them as a hospital administrator, this is what it's going to look like. Usually you're going to want to keep it on that information or on those settings. Then the form permissions, you can see that they have this X permission for almost all of the forms, except, we don't have this form even. We don't need to worry about this one. So for these trauma forms up here, which are really the only ones that we care about, they've got this level of permissions. So it says groups with delete permissions have the right to view, edit, add, and remove information. If you just did them as a hospital staff user, I think that sometimes it, like, I think it actually might be this one. I'm not entirely sure, but that's why I just recommend do the hospital administrator permissions so people can they can use the registry how they need to. And that is basically it for adding and editing user information.